Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan Nair. Basically, I'm working as a software delivery head, basically, and doing the task of CEO and vice president also. Little bit task, basically. So, basically, today we are going to talk about one point that is basically formula word, basically, and that word says that it says basically lots of things, basically. So, this is a part three, basically, we can say. So we are basically taking a part three of this formula basically. So formula says that there are set of parameters which are predefined. Few people says that we are defining the parameters and then basically we are doing the calculation. So basically that depends upon the software company, which type of software company it is, which type of software company has tech created. So basically I will take few examples basically here to understand basically how basically formula is connecting here. So basically we will see each and every formulas later on, but what actually the formula is, that word formula that is supposed to be understood. So this is the third part which we are taking to just understand what actually the formula is and up to the deep level of the formula word only. So basically, we are seeing we know that there are many types of software companies. Basically, one is basically non-registered software company. Non-registered basically it's not registered in the government registration number of the software development groups. Few are private limited companies, few are limited, few are public limited companies. Basically, few are CMM level 5, few are CMM level 2, CMM level 3, 4, 5. Like this, basically, Six Sigma is also introduced just a few time back. Basically, there are many types of software company. Basically, so basically, what are the difference between? Basically, all are doing same task only. All are developing the software because if any normal private software company is developing one CRM project, that same project is developed by the CM level 5 company also, Six Sigma also. So then what is the difference basically? So if that we here basically difference basically we can say is the way of the companies are working basically, on the way basically each and every employees are working, on the way basically the task is getting happen, on the professional way basically each and every companies are working. So basically private limited company basically says that we also some private company says that we define the documentation, we define the scope management plan, we define the project management plan, we define the scope management plan, we define the quality management plan, we define the risk management plan, we define the budget management plan, we define the cost management plan, we defines basically it. But few software company, private limited company says that we don't do this whole thing. We just simply take the requirements from the client and we just prepare the SRS, and like this basically we prepare the software basically after the proposal and quotation is accepted by the client and after the invoice is raised. After that basically we are just preparing the system requirement specification and we are just starting the work. Like this basically few companies says that we are doing like this work basically. Few companies says that CMM level 5 company says that we are doing preparing each and every documents of the software SDLC basically. They basically says that we prepare project management plan, we prepare quality management plan, we prepare cost management plan, we prepare risk management plan, we prepare cost management plan, we prepare budget management plan, we prepare SRS, we prepare project specification, we prepare UTC basically, that is basically unit test cases. We prepare each and every sign of mails basically of given by the client basically that from this for this specification the requirement is gathered and you have prepared the requirements and this requirement is correct basically. So the sign of mail of this client that this requirement is correct, then basically client then the software company says that we have prepared this module, you can check that module. Then basically for that basically sign of mail is required, mail is sent to the client and then client basically send the sign of mail. Yeah, basically the um, sign of mail is approved by the client. Like this basically each and every documents are prepared. So basically for that each and every documentation, each and every preparation, each and every project has to be happened in systematic manner. So for that basically there are many formulas prepared by each and every software company. If we see the normal software company, they don't prepare too much of formulas. Basically they have set of formats of the excel sheet, and just according to the excel sheet only they prepare the few formulas. Basically for private limited company says that we have prepared a one standard formula excel sheet. For in that basically we are going to work. Few private limited companies says that we have basically prepared one software development tool. Basically in that tool basically you have to work. That is basically software company internal tool, basically you can say. So few software CMM level 5 company says that we have our own standard. Within that standard only we have to work. We can't add our not we can't add a single attribute. We can't add a customized parameter. We can't do anything because CMM level 5 company says that you have to work in this boundary. That's all. Other boundary, this other parameters if add, we are not going to accept because it's a format. Basically we do the audit also in the software company. Basically if software is getting prepared, then the documentation happens and the coding audit happens. Then basically each and every audit also happens. In that audit basically they see the set of formats first, then basically they see the internal parts. Basically so the format should be perfectly fine. You can't add your own format basically. So the basically Six Sigma company format is different, CM level 5 format are different. So basically each and every formats are different. So in coding part also it's like that. Basically in coding part basically you can say it's a modular wise coding. Few private companies says that we don't believe in modular wise coding, but nowadays basically each and every software are prepared in modular wise only. But few small companies are there, they basically don't believe in entire module wise. Basically modularize is there basically, but entire modular programming basically they don't do it. But basically CMM level 5 company, big private limited company, basically they have to prepare in modular wise only, because they say that if any um, because nowadays what happens, the employees are doing the job. One employee has prepared the one coding, then it's not possible that says that same employee is going to exist for few after few times. Basically he might get the some job and he can leave the company. So like this basically whatever things he has developed, so that is supposed to be understandable to another person also. For that basically you can say the coding has to be modular wise. Modular wise coding says that the each and every coding which you are doing, that should be in systematic manner. In the particular format only you have to do the coding. So basically it's wise. This was basically a modularized coding basically of the CMO level 5 organization and big private limited company, who basically says that we have big clients and big client, software also we develop. Basically in this basically we have to do the modularized coding only. So this is basically about the formula 3 part. So later on in this another video, we are going to see few more things about the formula.